Good?
Yeah!
That was kind of lame, but thanks, Andrew. So, I guess I'll start off with telling you all just a little bit more about myself. I am happily married for the past 24 years to my beautiful wife, Emily.
Yeah! We're in the middle!
You should have tabbed out and Ubered over by now, so. We have 3 children. Our oldest is our beautiful daughter, Hannah. She is a senior at Kansas State University. With that, she recently changed her major from pizza roll to beer pong, so that's going to be another semester worth of tuition. We also have 9-year-old twin boys. Now, Samuel is our brilliant and handsome non-autistic son, and Benjamin is our brilliant and handsome son with autism, and happens to be the reason that I'm here tonight. Okay, so when Ben was first diagnosed, Emily and I came home from the doctor's office with a ton of paperwork. And one of the things that I distinctly remember was a pamphlet entitled, Diagnosis Autism, What Next? Now, this thing was full of all sorts of good information. It had websites and phone numbers and resource lists. And I remember thinking, this is something I need to hang on to. So, as soon as I got home, I almost immediately lost that shit. To this day, I have no idea that pamphlet. But not too long ago, we needed a resource for Benjamin, and that reminded me of that pamphlet. But the more I got to thinking about it, I realized that pamphlet was actually a lie. Because had it been truthful, it would have said, Diagnosis Autism, What Next? And when I opened it up, on one side of the page, it would have had a picture of a bottle of vodka. And on the other side of the page, it would have had a picture of a couple sleeping peacefully with a giant fucking circle and a red line through it. Because that shit is gone as you know it. Now, we may occasionally get one, and sometimes even 2 nights that are strung together. That is a false sense of hope. Because what's really going to happen is that somewhere between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m., I'm going to get accosted by a small boy wearing Star Wars pajamas. And it won't be gentle. He'll wake me up with a sticky hand squeezing my face. And as I come up out of my dream state, the only thing I'll see is some crazy-ass hair and giant lips coming out. It's kind of like Richard Simmons and Steven Tyler had a baby. And that little bastard wants to make out with me at 2 in the morning. Now, he is adorable, but that shit is frightening. Another thing that happened when Ben was first diagnosed was that Emily and I really wanted to define autism for us, to really wrap our heads around this thing that was going to be coming into our lives. And I've come to find out that a lot of people do that, and they express it in a lot of different ways. One of the things that I came across that never had really even occurred to me before were t-shirts. Now, I saw a lady who had made a t-shirt for her kiddo, and it said, I'm not naughty, I'm autistic. I thought, okay, that's cool, I get that. You're trying to let the rest of the world know you got something going on there. And then I saw another t-shirt, and this said, I'm not autistic, I'm autastic. Now, I can't wrap my head around autistic. I have no fucking chance with autastic. And then I saw another t-shirt. And this one simply said, I'm not autistic, I'm just an asshole. Now, having lived with autism for the last 9 years, I'm going to tell you that I think the person who made that shirt was actually onto something. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. A lot of the things that Benjamin does, if he wasn't autistic, he would just be an asshole. He wakes his mother and I up almost every night. The other day, he had to sit on a couch wearing rubber chicken beaks from some game that he has, and he ran around the living room screaming, boo boo chicken. And then he would come over and pose us on the couch like we were human marionettes, simply because it pleased him. But that was all all just a ploy so he could run in and grab my cell phone, go hide somewhere, and run the battery down watching Hobby Kids TV. And now, only after a holy grail-like quest to find it and charge it up, do I discover he's changed my background to Japanese anime, and my operating language appears to be Mandarin Chinese. And you can bet your ass if that was one of his cousins, I'd be on the phone with my sister-in-law telling her to come get her kid, because he's being a little dick. I will tell you, however, that one of the things I have come to appreciate most about Benjamin in his autism is the fact that he is genuine. If this kiddo comes up and gives you a kiss, he wanted to give you that kiss. If he comes up and gives you a hug, he wanted to give you that hug. And if he headbutts you so hard that you think you saw Jesus, and you have pissed your pants just a little bit, he wanted to do that too. He is his own man. And I swear to you, if the Queen of England were in my home, Benjamin Keller would come downstairs wearing only a t-shirt and buck-ass naked from the waist down. Completely Porky Piggy. He would walk over, look her square in the eyes, and with his middle finger, point to the backyard and demand that she jump trampoline. Because I don't care if you're an Olympic athlete or an 8-year-old with fake hips. When you walk through the front door of my house, first thing that kid's doing is sizing up, how much trampoline time can I get out of this one? And I love it when we have people that come over and they don't really know that about Benjamin, because I'll look up and he's smiling and pulling me towards the back door. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? He asked me to jump on a trampoline with him. What? And you said yes? Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to need you to sign this release. And here's a life alert. You're going to want to take that with you. Because I'm not kidding you guys, on the trampoline, this kid makes Cirque du Soleil look like a bunch of pussies. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever had the opportunity to trampoline while angry. However, I do not recommend it. I came home from the fire station one morning. I had been up all night running calls, and I was exhausted. I walked through the front door, and right away, Benjamin starts in on me. Jump trampoline, jump trampoline, jump trampoline. I was like, oh, sweetheart, please, honey, come on. Give me 5 minutes. Can you please give Daddy 5 minutes? At least, can I get a cup of coffee? Jump trampoline, jump trampoline, jump trampoline! Now, parents with autistic children will tell you that when they become agitated, there is a certain crescendo that they reach. And you know if you persist, in about 15 seconds, the shit's gonna get real. So, wanting to avoid a 45-minute meltdown, I now become aware of the fact that I am angrily stomping across my backyard towards a trampoline. While I'm also cussing like a sailor that's been denied his shore leave. I am also aware of the fact that Benjamin is giggling and skipping towards the trampoline. And this only pisses me off even more. So I get on this thing and I start to jump. And I'm talking 80s Greg Louganis springboard competition. Because I want to prove a point and get this kid picked up on radar. Now, while I am doing this, I also become aware that I am taunting Benjamin. Is that what you wanted, huh? Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Now, Ben happens to be nonverbal, but it wouldn't have mattered. I could not have heard his answer over the squeals of delight. Now, as I continue to angrily bounce, I turn and I see my 75-year-old neighbor who is walking her 55-year-old Yorkie. And they are both staring at me like I'm a complete lunatic. Now, what I wanted to say was, fuck are you and Mr. Wiggles looking at, Rhonda? Welcome to my world. But all I managed was good morning. So I climbed off the trampoline, went inside, and angrily drank a cup of coffee. I am telling you that this kid has a knack for getting me into awkward situations like that. One time, Emily and I took Sam and Ben to Science City. Now, if you've never been there, it's down in Union Station. It's super cool. It's like this one big science project for kids. Well, Emily took Sam off to like set the world's record for the number of foam balls you can put in a vortex or something. And I was left to follow Benjamin around as he tried to set the record for how much shit you can put your mouth on in Science City. So, as we're walking down this hall, up ahead on a bench, I see 3 teenage girls. I'm not sure of their exact age, 15 to 17, somewhere in there. Let's just say they were old enough that they had fully developed. Well, as we walk by these girls, with no expression on his face and not looking at them, he sticks his hand out and in a span of 4 feet, manages to humiliate all 3. And I'm not talking lightly brushing the fronts of their sweaters. We're talking handfuls of humiliation. So I am instantly there to make the apologies. Girls, please, I am so sorry. You have to forgive him. He has no concept of personal space. He's autistic. Now, a funny thing happened when I said that, because they went from horrified to happy. It's okay. He is adorable. Now, I look up and I see, as Ben turns the corner, he is now, no shit, grinning from ear to ear. And it was in that moment that I realized my son can get away with anything. Because in 5 seconds, he managed to go from a Duke lacrosse player to a puppy at a midnight picnic. Now, I will tell you, you guys are about to see a picture of Benjamin that happens to be one of Emily and I's all-time favorite pictures of him. Now, all of his other school pictures have 3 things in common. He is dressed appropriately because his mother was involved in the process. He is sitting straight up, facing forward, and smiling like a normal human being. And they were all taken by a photographer who understood Benjamin. Okay, buddy, have a seat right here. Look at me, smile, snap, perfect. The picture you're going to see, however, I like to think was taken by a photographer who did not want to waste their 5-year online art degree from Vatterott. So they spent 10 or 12 minutes molding and shaping my son into exactly the right subject as to capture his inner spirit. So, the question I'm going to leave you folks with tonight is this autism or is this asshole?